As an educator, your number one job is keeping your students safe. But what happens when something totally unexpected happens? Well, that's what we're here to talk about. This is a teacher's guide to childhood seizures, and the whole point is to give you the confidence to know exactly what to do when it counts.
So, picture this. You're in the middle of story time and a child just stops. They're staring off into space, totally unresponsive. Or maybe it's out on the playground and a child suddenly falls and starts shaking. It's a scary thought for sure, but being prepared makes all the difference in the world.
Look, this isn't about making you anxious. It's the exact opposite. It's about empowering you. Because in those critical moments, you, with your knowledge and your ability to stay calm, you are the most important safety tool in that entire room. We're going to turn that what-if feeling into I know what to do. Okay, so first things first, we got to know what we're looking for. And believe me, what we see in the movies, it's given us a really narrow and honestly pretty incomplete idea of what a seizure actually looks like. The reality is they can be super varied and sometimes incredibly subtle. This is the one everybody pictures, right? The one from TV. It happens in two parts. First, the tonic phase, where the whole body gets rigid. That's followed by the clonic phase, which is the rhythmic shaking or jerking. The child will lose consciousness, and it's pretty common to see things like drooling too. Now, this is where it gets really tricky, because these are so easy to miss. An absent seizure literally looks like a child is just daydreaming. They'll zone out for maybe 5-10 seconds, and then they snap right back with absolutely no idea anything even happened. You could see it a dozen times and just think they're lost in thought. Okay, so with a focal seizure, it's all happening in one specific area of the brain. And because of that, the symptoms are much more localized. You might see just one arm or leg jerking, or you might see strange repetitive things like lip smacking or fumbling with their clothes. The child will probably seem confused or dazed, but they might not pass out completely. This one is all about fever. It's triggered by a really fast spike in body temperature, usually in little ones. And it can look just as scary as a tonic-clonic seizure. But here's the good news. They're typically very brief, and they don't cause any long-term problems. Still, you absolutely need to know how to respond. All right, so let's just pull this all together for a second. The big thing I want you to see here is just how different these can all look. I mean, a seizure can be as dramatic as a full-body convulsion or as quiet as a blank stare. Getting a handle on these differences is really the key to recognizing what's going on. So now we know what to look for. And that brings us to the most important part. What do you actually do? Well, everything you do is guided by one simple golden rule. Keep the child safe. That's it. Every single action stems from that one goal. Before you do anything, before you move, before you speak, take one deep breath. Your calm is contagious. It sets the tone for the whole room. It helps the child who's going through something scary, and it prevents the other kids from panicking. You are the anchor in that moment. Okay, if a child is having a convulsive seizure, here's the playbook. Step 1, gently help them to the floor. Step 2, immediately clear away anything hard or sharp, desks, chairs, toys. Step 3, and this is critical, turn them gently onto their side. That keeps their airway open. Step 4, cushion their head with something soft, like a jacket. Loosen anything tight around their neck, and last but not least, start timing it. Knowing how long it lasts is crucial information for any first responders. Now let's talk about what you don't do, because this is just as important. First, and I can't say this enough, never put anything in the child's mouth. That's a dangerous myth that can cause serious injury. Second, don't try to hold them down or restrain them. You can't stop the seizure and you might hurt them. And finally, no food or water until they are 100% awake and alert. So what about those quieter seizures, like an absence or focal seizure? Well, your response is a lot simpler, but it's no less important. Your job is to stay right there with the child, gently guide them away from any hazards, like a hot radiator or the top of the stairs, and just talk to them in a calm, reassuring voice. Okay, the seizing has stopped. Deep breath. The immediate crisis is over, but your role now shifts. That child is going to need your care and your careful observation as they start to recover. After a seizure, you have to expect that the child is going to be completely exhausted. They'll likely be confused, maybe even scared or upset. They have no idea what just happened to them. Your job is to just be there. Stay with them, speak in a soft voice, and let them rest. All the while, you're just keeping an eye on their breathing and watching as they slowly come back to themselves. So, the big question, when do you pick up the phone and call 911? Well, Here are the universal rules. You call if a seizure goes on for more than 5 minutes. You call if they seem to be struggling to breathe afterwards, or if another seizure starts right away. Also call if the child got injured during the seizure, if you have no idea if they've ever had one before, or if they don't wake up. But, and this is a really big but, those are just the general medical guidelines. Your specific workplace might have its own stricter policy. For instance, here at Small Miracles, our rule is simple. Any seizure on our property is an automatic 911 call. No ifs, ands, or buts. You absolutely need to know your school's protocol. Reacting in the moment is one part of the job, but creating a genuinely safe environment, that's all about the prep work you do every single day. This is where we move beyond first aid and into being a prepared professional. Being proactive means building this web of safety around every child. What does that look like? It means you know which of your students has a seizure action plan. It means you call the family right after any incident. It means you write everything down, the time it started, how long it lasted, exactly what you saw. And it means making sure every single one of your coworkers is trained too. That's how you build a real safety net. And hey, let's not forget about the other kids in the room. Seeing a friend have a seizure can be really frightening for them. So once again, your calm is everything. After the situation is under control, take a moment. Give them a simple, honest explanation and let them know their friend is being taken care of. So if we boil this all down, if you remember nothing else from this, remember this one thing. Your role is not to be a doctor. Your role is to do 3 things. Keep the child safe, observe what's happening, and respond the right way. Safe, observe, respond. That's it. That's your mantra. So I'm going to leave you with a question. Now that you have this knowledge, what is one thing, one tangible step you can take tomorrow to make your classroom safer? Are you going to go look up a student's health plan? Ask for a staff training refresher? Remember, preparation is everything. Be prepared. You got this.